The nereid Thetis, originally a sea goddess and one of the 50 nereids, was courted by Zeus and Poseidon, but Prometheus made a prophecy. Him said, "A child born of Thetis, no matter what happens she will be greater than her father." Inevitably Zeus and Poseidon abandoned Thetis. And since it would be difficult if a person with too much strength was born, Peleus was selected and matched with a man. Who doesn't care when the child grows up? However, Peleus was not of ordinary blood, and Achilles, the grandson of Zeus, was born as the great-grandson of Zeus. After all, Achilles was born to the human king Peleus of the Myrmidons and the sea nymph Thetis. Thetis, knowing her son's fate, dipped her son in the river Styx to make him immortal. However, she grabbed his heel, which left parts of his body vulnerable. From then on, his heel became known as his Achilles' heel. Achilles' childhood was marked by a unique environment. His mother Thetis knew of his fate and tried to protect him. To protect him from the impending Trojan War, she disguised him as a girl and sent him to the court of King Lycomedes of Scyros. There Achilles hid his identity and lived with the king's daughters. During his time at Scyros, Achilles had an important encounter that shaped his future as a warrior. The famous Greek hero Odysseus has arrived in Scyros looking for soldiers to join the war. He devised an ingenious plan to uncover Achilles' identity. Odysseus presented various weapons and armor from among the court's possessions. Again unable to resist the charm of weapons, Achilles chose sword and shield to reveal himself. Thus began his destiny as a warrior. After receiving this revelation, Achilles left Scyros and began his journey to become a famous hero. His training and education as a warrior was entrusted to the wise and renowned centaur Chiron. Chiron was renowned for his great wisdom, knowledge and skill in various arts and sciences, including warfare. Under Chiron's tutelage, Achilles learned the art of fighting, including archery, horsemanship, spear fighting and tactics. Chiron instilled in him a deep understanding of strategy, courage and discipline. He advised Achilles on matters of character as well as physical prowess, and taught him about honor, loyalty and his responsibilities as a warrior. The armaments Achilles wore included the spear of the ash tree of Mount Pelion, a chariot drawn by two immortal horses, Balios and Xanthus, armor made by the gods, and a new shield made by Hephaestus after the armor was stolen by Hector, who killed Patroclus, and has armor. Hephaestus was abandoned by Hera as an infant and raised by Achilles' mother Thetis. It is mentioned in Ilias that he did his best to make it because of this relationship and grace. It is also said to be one of the masterpieces of Hephaestus, the god of blacksmithing. Achilles joined the Greek army in the Trojan War and became one of its most powerful fighters. His presence on the battlefield proved decisive in several battles. However, his relationship with Agamemnon, commander-in-chief of the Greek army, was full of tension. When Agamemnon claimed Achilles' booty, his maiden named Briseis, as his own, Achilles withdrew from the war in anger and protest. This decision had considerable repercussions for the Greek army, as Achilles' absence weakened their position against the Trojans. During the withdrawal, Achilles grieved the loss of his comrade and close friend Patroclus, who was killed by the Trojan prince and greatest warrior Hector. Achilles, consumed with sorrow and vengeance, returned to the battlefield to avenge the death of Patroclus. He engaged in a fierce duel with Hector and eventually killed Hector in an act of blasphemy, dragging himself behind a chariot. Despite his victory over Hector, Achilles was aware of impending doom. The gods predicted he would die in war. Paris, aided by the god Apollo, shot an arrow led by the god's hand, striking Achilles in the frail heel and mortally wounding him. Achilles died and the Greeks mourned their fallen hero. After his death, there was a debate about who should own Achilles' wonderful armor. Odysseus insisted that it be awarded to the most worthy warrior, and in the end, he was chosen over Ajax, another prominent Greek hero. Unable to accept this decision, Ajax committed suicide in deep despair. Achilles' story is forever remembered in Homer's epic, the Iliad. The poem explores his anger, honor, and eventual acceptance of his own destiny. The legend of Achilles continues to resonate in Western literature and culture. reminding us of the complex nature of heroism and the frail nature of the mightiest warriors.